children are so deeply connected to that imagination of play and this kind of what we call as the magic of play, which I think is a really incredible concept that sort of grew out of organically grew out of this this idea of watching my daughter play. And really then the flip side of that was what happens when a kid asks you to come and play with them, and the feeling of being an adult with your phone and your emails and dinner's about to get done. You got to get all these things are happening, and you're like, yeah, sure, hang on, just let me, okay. And you get down on, on the ground and get at that level, and how hard it is as an adult, even for someone like myself who's works in imagination, how hard it can be to dust off all of the things that are happening in your life and get into that world of play. But kids can turn it on in an instant. And so that was like super intriguing to me as just a concept for the film that, Gabby is very much that youthful world of play. She pinches her ears, she shrinks into the dollhouse, everything becomes magical and alive. It's vibrant, it's colorful. And, the counter to that is Vera, who's someone who is an adult and has sort of lost that connection with play. It still exists inside her, but it's really up to Gabby to kind of, unshell it and find it and get her back to a place, where we all know we're happiest when we're carefree and we're imaginative and playing. She's a legend, she's a national like a legitimate national treasure. And we were so lucky that she said yes to this role. And then watching her and Lila bond was amazing because the two of them just really, really got along. I could tell there was so much love. And Gloria really just, I could see her, caring for Lila and looking after her and like in between takes and the way that they would laugh with each other. Lila is incredible. She is just as bright of a star as you can imagine. And as big as she seems, when you watch her on TV, in person, she is just like a radiant wonderful young woman. She's so she's intelligent. She's so bright and positive. Obviously she's got that incredible smile. She's just so warm, and you see why it works. You see why kids really react to her because she's just so inviting. And I think there's something about her that just makes you feel like automatically you're her friend. I think there are some people that just have that natural quality where it's like, you meet them and you just feel like, yeah, I've known you. We know each other. And so that's Lila, to a T. I think she's just got such a warmth and such a positive outlook on life that it just is infectious. So, and it reaches through the camera, out to the kids at home. And I think that's awesome. That's why so many, Gabby's Dollhouse would not be the success that it is without Lila Lockhart Kreiner. It's so awesome to give kids license to shout back at the screen and to sing along and to clap and to get up out of their seats if they need to. That's pretty awesome. For a young audience, I think they're going to be incredibly entertained. I think that we have a great sense of the movement of the film and how much interaction to get them involved, when to get into the story and the important emotional moments, and then when to say, hey, it's okay to clap and snap and shake with us and all of that stuff. So I think it's a pretty special experience, and I think that parents won't feel that sensitivity of okay, calm down, or you don't do that. It's going to be no, right from the beginning, go ahead and talk to us, we're okay. And it's really fun to sit in a theater and just watch kids interact and be natural. They're not going to the theater with all these, years of okay, put away your cell phones and be quiet. They're coming to the theater with this is going to be fun and let's make it fun. So I think we've really done that. I did feel like it was important to add all of these elements of adventure, things that kids aren't seeing necessarily in the show. There are some challenging themes. There's some moments of sadness. There's moments where kids could get a little scared. It's not a lot scared, but it's a little scared. Let's just we're working in small amounts. The action, there's some big action, but they're on top of a donut sliding down a frosted hill of cake. So it's all of the things are really balanced out. These giant worms, which would be totally scary if they weren't made out of gummy, they're gummy worms, giant gummy worms, pretty fun stuff.